Well, hello everybody and welcome back to our Let's Play of Tales of Arise. I'm your casual nerd, and last time we made our way through the fiery canyon and we decided that the enemy of our enemy is our friend, and we decided to join up with the resistance. And we came to our first little city or town. And here, let's take a look around.
What's this doing here?
Also, we found some healing in the well. There's people working here. And our goal is up here. Also, I think that with the battle system, we had it on half automatic, not on manual. So I will probably make this manual the next time I get a chance, which will be in the next battle.
Zephyr, you made it! See? I told you there's no way Zephyr would have kicked the bucket.
Fine, you were right. So, what's the plan?
Well, we've got an ace up our sleeve and the enemy's in disarray. I say we strike while the iron's hot.
So we're finally going head-to-head with Balsef.
That's right. We can't afford to mess this up. It's now or never.
Then now it is! We've all been waiting for this day for far too long!
Leave the plan to me. In the meantime... yeah, you two need to do something about your outfits.
I have just the thing for your size. Stay right there, okay? Ta-da! I told you, it fits like a dream. I'm afraid we don't have any Renin clothing. I could find you some Danon outfits. But something tells me you'd rather pass.
Is this really that important?
In case you need reminding, I'm here because our interests overlapped. Nothing more. At no point did I say I've given up being a Renin.
Now, let's play nice. How about you ask Nate and see what he says? He's our one-stop shop for info around here. With any luck, he might just know something.
So we get a sweet new dress, looking a lot better now, not like a slave anymore. Super nice. And there is a little explanation mark on this speaking bubble, so let's see what she has to say. So we can ask her a lot of questions. What is their plan? Yeah, they want to get rid of the Reens and waiting for their chance to strike. They're sabotaging, gathering info. So yeah, so we get some info here. Why this city here? Yeah, it's basically because there's no guards from the Reens here. And they have like a deal with the inhabitants to live in harmony. They care for them and they don't talk. Yeah, pretty nice. Okay. So, with our new clothes, we can get to the information stealer. Maybe he knows something, which would be pretty great. Tells us what to do next.
Nath, we need your help.
Ah, damn. Never the manpower when you... Huh? Help, huh? What kind? Is it urgent?
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, in that case, would you mind helping me out with something first? The work's really piled up around here.
What is it you'd like us to do?
Anything you can manage. No one cares about us slaves. That's why it's all the more important that we stick together and take care of each other. Check in with that guy over there for details of what needs doing. And thanks in advance.
Okay, so it seems this will be
I feel
our
like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here
hub
who needs our
for
help.
some quests. Some errands we can run, some side quests to get money and experience. And we probably have to do some stuff he tells us to do before we can go further. This seems to be the inn, right? People here. So let's see what's going on around here. There we can leave town. Some more people here. So yeah, let's just check out what he wants us to do, and maybe we get some.
Could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
We get some quests, maybe.
Hey,
So we've been sent by Nath because he told us that they need help, or the slaves need help. And Mr. Dyron seems to be just the man to give us some tasks to do. Yeah, he's suspicious of Shion because she's a Reen, which is pretty understandable, I would say. Yeah, they just name drop Zephyr, and it seems to be fine. Yeah, so he's the innkeeper. Yeah, and he kind of works with the crows and gives them a place to rest.
I guess.
So let's get to the point. What can we do for him? He wants us to get something. Something from the mines. Some valuable objects, he says, that people risk their lives for, so must be important. Yeah. And we have to meet them and get the items back. And we can sleep for no cost, which is pretty nice, I guess. So now they're explaining side quests. Yeah. We probably can find them by looking at the icons, and if it's a ladder, they have side quests. And yeah, we get rewards. The usual stuff.
I had no idea the Crimson Crows were so active.
You sound pretty thrilled by that.
Thrilled? Maybe. But I'll settle for hopeful. We know
Okay.
now that not everyone is rolling over for the Renans.
We have another talking action. Let's see what this is all about.
Try.
I know. I was just thinking about how communal it feels here, even though it's only supposed to be slave quarters.
Huh? Oh, yeah. When you put it like that, I guess it is different from heavily patrolled Mosgul. Were you expecting something more depressing?
It's likely a sign that Balsef doesn't think you guys can do anything to him.
What?
I mean, if Balsef thought the Crimson Crows actually posed a threat to him, you'd figure he'd be trying harder to suppress them.
You... No. You're probably right about that. All of the other Danans that aren't with the Crimson Crows accept the Renan's rule as simply a fact of life. From the day we're born, no, probably even before that, it's been drilled into us that the only purpose our lives have is to help select the next sovereign.
If they don't like the status quo, then they should fight it. Otherwise, they're endorsing it either way.
I see it differently, but that's just me. Speaking of Renans, do all of them think about things the way you do?
I won't deny that among my fellow Renans, power and status are everything. However, that isn't what this is about for me. I have something I need to do. And I'll do whatever it takes, and use whoever and whatever I need in order to get the job done. To hell with power.
Oh, okay. So I noticed that we are pretty gosh darn good at managing our emotions. So every time we try to leash out, we stop and think about it, and then come to some conclusion that maybe she's right. So yeah, this is like a nice characteristic. I like it very much. So, and we just go back to the canyon, because there we have to meet someone and get the items back. So let's see what this is all about, and maybe we get some more fights in, some more experience. So let's see. This is the big enemy, and yeah, here's the next goal. So it is in fact on the map. So let's see if we can fight him.
Gotta break through. Take this. You're finished. Swallow blade. Take this. You're finished. I'm not done.
You're mine.
Swallow blade. You're mine. Try harder. You're mine. You're finished. Rising Wyvern.
Here I go.
Mirage.
Only getting started.
Here I come. It's over.
Okay, so we are back on menu.
Coyote.
Oh, nice.
Here I come. It's over. You're finished.
This isn't ideal.
You're mine. Rising Wyvern. Mirage. You're Swallow blade.
First aid.
So they're pretty tough, pretty...
Rising Wyvern. Mirage.
Nicely done.
So this is something I noticed. Enemies seem to be pretty gosh darn tough. So it really takes a long time to get them
I
down.
won't forgive you.
Here I come. Rising Wyvern. Mirage.
Here, let me help. First aid.
Okay, here I go. Take this.
Here
Take
I
this.
go. One more.
Rising Wyvern.
Mega ray.
Swallow blade. Take this.
You're mine.
You're mine. Slash.
Sight. You're mine.
Strike. Rising Wyvern. No escape.
Mega ray.
Swallow blade.
Okay, so maybe we're trying
Rising Wyvern.
Mega ray.
Mirage.
to combine them all, and maybe then we get
This could be useful.
some faster results. Let's get some more of the mushrooms. Go on. And they're actually hitting really hard. So although we are on medium difficulty, fights are kind of not difficult, but at least not super easy. Or maybe we just have to get used to it.
What? They're all dead? How did this happen?
Soldiers, that's how.
Are you Iron Mask?
Yeah, I am. Dairon sent me to help. Hang in there!
I'm so glad you made it. In the bushes over there. You'll...
Hang on! Xion, do something!
It's no use. He's already dead.
Damn them! They've killed so many of us, and it's still not enough! They won't be satisfied until they've wiped us all out like pests!
He mentioned something about those bushes. We should check them.
Is this a cooking pot? But what is it doing here?
If I had to guess, he put it there to make sure a Renin wouldn't steal it.
So even though he knew he was dying, he chose to use the last of his strength to hide it, believing somebody would come for it. I guess you think it's stupid getting killed over a silly trinket, huh?
No. Clearly he risked his life for something he believed in. I would never mock someone for that. However, it will be up to us to figure out the purpose behind his dying act.
We'll make sure it wasn't in vain. If nothing else, this proves that the Renins can be outsmarted. We'll carry out your will, and see it through to the end.
Then we better get going. We don't know when those soldiers might be back to make another sweep of the area.
So this is what it means to fight the Renins.
Sounds like you're kind of scared to me.
Of course I am. But if I'm gonna die one way or another, I'd rather go down fighting.
So we saw some sympathy from Xion there, or at least that's what it seemed like, and some respect for the people fighting and dying for their cause, which can be admirable. I think it depends on the cause, but yeah. So that's nice to see that she has some sympathy. So let's take on these guys.
Like this should be
Swim Pam Pow.
I'm only getting started.
Take this! Come one, come all! Take
Here's a
this!
healing arc.
Any more of this and I'll burn out! Mirage! Take this!
You're mine.
Huh? You're mine! It's over!
First aid.
Okay. So let's use one of them.
I'm gonna need more of that med. Swallow blade! Strike!
And use some for Xion.
I can feel the medicine working.
Here I come! It's over!
There!
Mirage!
Here I go! You're mine!
Take this! Slash! Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Magna Ray!
Huh? You're mine!
So
You're finished.
one dead.
Here I come!
No, dodge them.
Take this!
Only getting started.
Swallow blade! Mirage! Huh?
I'm only getting started.
Okay. Regain our strength and once again 1, 2, 3. Punch, punch, punch,
Here I come!
punch, punch.
Over! Rising Wyvern!
So I think we're getting in some sort of, yeah,
Looks like it could be worth something.
some sort of flow here. So nice. Okay, so now Let's go back. Tools are back. So we use 2 of the apple jellies, 2 of our healing items. Maybe that's not the best, but I felt it was necessary, and I usually tend to keep my items and never use them, so I'm trying to get better at that and use them when I have them. I'm sure everyone can relate that ever played games like this. So let's talk to them and see what they have to say. So yeah, he's kind of upset that no one made it, that all of his friends and deliverers died. But he accepted that this is the world they live in, which is kind of depressing, but that's what happens if you live in such a cruel world. He will take good care of the items. So this is the daughter, which is now probably at least half an orphan. Yeah, her father will not come back for a while. That's quite true. But she sees right through it. He's dead. Yes, you're right. He's dead. Yeah, and she figured it out because when adults look sad and tell people someone is not there anymore, they're dead. So she's quite smart, I think. Yeah, but her dad said she should be strong and brave in case this happens. So she tries. Yeah. So yeah, now we're basically pissed off that this little girl got involved, which is basically what happens. So now this is some new system we get. If we get a title, we can learn new arts and some new skills. And yeah, we can invest our skill points to make us better fighters. And there we can learn some new arts, some new skills. Very nice. So let's see, we have 260 skill points, she has 240. Let's see what we can do. So we've got Counter-Strike, some other arts. We can dodge in the air. Yeah, some more arts and more critical damage. So I think what we will do, we will look at these new arts we have here. We have Stardust, which is an in-air art. We have like Rough Winds, which is wind elemental, it seems. Cost of 2, and throws them up. So that has a cost of 2, cost of 1. So I would say first things first, we get our first art here. And here, let's see what she has. So if we're near death, we get greater offense, fire spell, and a water spell. So I'm like more of the water guys. And here we can see what we can do. So, and things we're switching here are the titles. Nice. So I think we understood this. So let's see, we have no healing points left. And let's see, maybe we can just go to sleep and see what happens then.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
So what do we have here? This is like a shop. You can buy stuff. No weapons, no armor, no accessories. Basically just revival stuff and some food. And we can sell, yeah, our piece of iron. So yeah, everything, materials, weapons. Okay, and it gave us like 200. So let's take a rest and let's see what it regenerates. So it looks like we have all of our healing points back, which is pretty good, I would say. So now that we've done the chores, we can go back to the Resistance and see what they tell us.
Something happened.
Or we check out this side quest.
I'm skeptical.
Right.
So he's talking about the big monster we saw, this mantis looking thing. So he wants it to be dead and tells us that we get some pretty sweet materials. And we can make new weapons, or we could make new weapons, which would be cool. So, are we strong enough to kill him? Oh, let's just, let's say we do it.
Alright.
But he doesn't believe us that we can do it. So he tells us when we're fit for the challenge, we can do it. We should try it when we're at a point that we can do it.
Got it.
So this is a side quest which we will probably do when we're a bit stronger. I suspect we will find stuff like this more often, and it's actually called Mantis. So let's at the map, and I see no other letters, so let's go back to the Resistance.
You're back, huh? Sounds like it was a real ordeal out there. Much as I hate to admit it, there aren't many of us who can take on those Renin armored soldiers.
What do you need?
All we can do is make sure we remember those who sacrificed their lives for the cause.
Yeah, they won't be forgotten.
Glad to hear it. Now, what was that favor you wanted to ask me?
Oh, right. Well, you see...
So then, you're wondering if I know of any places where you can find Renin equipment, huh? Anywhere with those damn bright eyes is gonna have tight security, of course. You can't just go carelessly poking around. Unless... Across the wilderness outside Ulzebek, you'll find the Fagan ruins. There's some kind of old Renin castle out there. But with it being impenetrable, I forgot. But with a Renin tagging along, who knows? Maybe you can find some way in. You ask me, though, it's a lot of trouble for some Renin rags. If I were you, I'd get comfortable with Danin garbs.
Those look like the ruins. Let's move.
Are we really going in there?
Yes, now let's move.
Okay, so it seems like we have to go to some ruins to get some equipment or some clothes for Shion. And there's another quick private talk. Let's see what this is all about.
Hey, Shion, where does your gun come from?
What do you mean, where does it come from?
When you're fighting, it looks like it just appears out of nowhere.
Oh, that's transferal technology. When I don't need my weapon, I submerge it in empty space. And when I do, I summon it. Make sense?
Not really, but it sounds pretty amazing.
Huh?
Well, that way you don't have to carry around any heavy weapons or worry about enemies trying to steal them, right? It's a pretty cool invention.
You realize you're praising the technology of your enemies, right?
So, technology is technology. It's not good or bad in and of itself.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, so they explain why the weapon just appears, which is something I appreciate, which is usually they just don't talk about it and some big ass weapon just appears. Our Iron Mask character here, our main character, has its weapon on its back, but the big gun just appears out of nowhere. And now they just talk about it. This is pretty cool. I really like this. This is very nice. So let's see. This seems to be the way to go. I would say we have nothing really we can buy. We just slept, so let's go. Oh no, it's not a way to go. Maybe I should go somewhere else. So let's go up here. So this seems to be the way to the desert, and probably the way we have to go to find these ruins they were talking about. Maybe. So let's check our menu. Maybe. Yeah, here's our skills. Here's our logbook. And yeah. Yes. So here we have all the quests. And we have to find this Fagan ruins. So let's see, maybe we can find them. We will go through here because that's the only way we can go. And this is what we will do next time. We will try to find these ruins, probably the ones we see here, and get a new outfit for our girl, Shion. So, until next time, bye!